Okay, everyone, so like I said, today is a double header. This is the second video, number 45 here, and in this one, I want to talk about the possibility of a CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin feud, at mainly building up towards a match at WrestleMania. By the way, this is a Chase Utley game worn patch. I actually got this trading card, and I got this a while back, and I am forever keeping this thing because Chase Utley is one of my favorite players right now. Anyway, I don't know why I'm showing that. The point is, now you have a possibility that at WrestleMania we can see not only John Cena versus The Rock, but also CM Punk versus Steve Austin. Now, this is a tough one because, okay, first off, let me just address Steve Austin, or I'm sorry, The Rock and Cena first before I address Steve Austin and Punk. Now, the thing about Rock versus Cena, to me, this is a few years late. And I know The Rock, he didn't really want to do anything wrestling related in terms of physically wrestling. He didn't want to do that for quite a while because of his movie career, which is understandable. He said that it could possibly even threaten his movie career, which I doubt it. If anything, it would probably help his career. But when they announced it on Raw that night, where him and Cena shook hands and then they both hit their signature moves and all that, I got a feeling that something tells me that just because they're in Miami, that this match is going to be pro Rock, and that's a shame if The Rock does win. And look, I'm not a Cena fan, I'm not, but to have the guy win just because they're in his hometown, to me it's ridiculous. It's overdone. How many times, not just WWE, but TNA. If you want to go back to WCW, when they would travel, how often would they have a guy win just because they're in his hometown? Look, I understand wanting to send the live crowd home happy, but it's overdone. The last time that they actually didn't do that was one time when they were in St. Louis Raw, and they had Randy Orton in a match, and obviously got this huge ovation. He won the match, but then when Evan Bourne came out, the crowd didn't really seem to care too much. But they buried him. They trashed him. That he jobbed, and it's like I understand, if the fans want, they can cheer for whoever they want. That's not the point. The point is why are you gonna bury one guy, but then the other guy you're gonna have him totally look like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread? I mean, I understand for storylines or whatever, and that's cool, but at the same time, to me, it's like you can't have one guy think like he's holier than thou. I guess I don't know, but the point is that I think that they're going to be doing that with The Rock in Miami. That they're gonna build. Here's what's I'm telling you right now. Here's what's going to happen. In the weeks leading up to it, they're going to build Cena up and build him up and build him up and build him up. And then when WrestleMania comes, The Rock's going to win. Whether if it's a total job fest or if it's a 50-50 match, it doesn't matter. Point is, somehow The Rock is going to win in Miami. But anyway, now that that's out the way, I want to talk about CM Punk versus Stone Cold. And there's been a lot of talk. Um, a lot of people in the business are really doubting that the match could happen, and I'm one of them. And here's why. Because if CM Punk, let's put it this way, if Punk still had the straight edge society and was still going on that path, then it would make sense. Considering Austin, his whole gimmick revolved around him drinking beer and flipping people off and doing what is considered, vices. And to me, it would have made sense. It might not have been the most well done thing WWE has done, but I think they could have pulled it off somewhat to where it'd be very successful. But now you have it to where CM Punk is the cult of personality, and to where, he speaks his mind, he doesn't give a damn who he offends. To me, it can be done still. It's just there's just too many factors. I mean, because you gotta look at it like this. Back in the '90s, Steve Austin was the real deal. Obviously, I mean, T-shirt sales, um, the whole what chance, everything Austin did. If it was driving a Zamboni to the ring and giving a beer bath to McMahon, or getting arrested by cops, whatever it was, Austin been there, done that, is what I'm saying. With CM Punk, he is the modern day Steve Austin, just like John Cena's the modern day Hulk Hogan, and I'm sure Big Show won't agree with this, but just like how he's a modern day Andre the Giant, you're always going to have those stars that you replicate, and it's always going to be like that. But I think at the same time, like I said before, it's too little, too late. To me, the storyline just really wouldn't make too much sense. Who would you have as the good guy in that case? Austin's always the good guy. CM Punk is, as of right now, as it stands, the good guy, and so that's why for me it wouldn't make sense that they turned CM Punk heel for that, because how many times has CM Punk came out within the past month and a half, 2 months, and the fans just erupted for the guy. And these aren't the typical females or the little boys who cheer for John Cena. These are the real men who actually give a damn about WWE. They cheer because they know what he's saying. He's speaking from the heart. He's not going out there with a script like every other guy. He's going out there, he's speaking his mind. And when he says that, when he says stuff to Triple H like, "Oh, you're going to suspend me or do you need your wife's permission?" That's him speaking. You can clear as day tell. There's a difference when CM Punk is talking from a script to whereas he's not talking from a script. When he had that exchange with Kevin Nash a few weeks ago, he owned Kevin Nash, and Nash didn't have a script either. They were shooting out there. That's what I don't understand. You have Kevin Nash, a 20-plus year vet, who you think would nail CM Punk in that case. He didn't do a damn thing. Punk comes out there, and the funniest thing I've ever heard from CM Punk happened, where he said, "Really? You want to come out here? You want to insult me?" He said, "Look at this text my little sister, Sasha, or whatever her name was. Look at this text she sent me. OMG WTF, Kevin Nash, I thought he was dead. LOL." To me, that was freaking hilarious. You mean to tell me that you're going to have that guy change heel before WrestleMania so he can feud with Steve Austin? No, it would make no sense whatsoever. You're going to kill any roller coaster that you're going to give the guy. And look, I know I never come off as the passionate wrestling fan. I know I never do. But when it comes to discussion like this, there's no reason for it. CM Punk, right now, let me tell you something. Right now, if CM Punk from that day, that night where he gave the infamous Raw shoot promo, from the moment he retired, if this was how he acted, he could be one of the biggest stars in the industry of all time. And I'm not just saying that. You have guys who are larger than life, and the big guys, your John Cena's and your Hulk Hogan's. Then you have guys who have some kind of build to them, but they're not the biggest guys, like Steve Austin, like Shawn Michaels, like The Rock, But then you have a guy like CM Punk who's neither one of that come along and just shake everything up. That's what they need. They need a wake-up call. And if CM Punk has to do it by himself and lead a one-man crusade, I'm all for it. But you cannot sit there and tell me that there's absolutely an easy way to go about things. Because there's not. And I think that if they were to get in a match, WWE would have Austin win. But once again, it goes full circle. You see? I mean, you can't... If he wins, that implies that CM Punk's going to be a heel. Which, it would kill all steam that he has. So there's no point. So, okay, this video got a lot longer than what I thought. And I went off on a little tirade. So, thanks for watching, and let's just see what happens, guys.